Good morning. I'm going to try really hard not to break my neck. Apparently, there's some special effects goo on the stage. You guys ever run into that? Special effects goo on the stage? Raise your hand if you hear me. Happy Saturday morning. How is everyone? That sounded mediocre. How is everyone? That sounds like the audience I know and love. So welcome to Las Vegas. Last night was fun, right? And it is that special time on Saturday morning where we get to share the good news. So, over the past few months, we've had a few things going on, haven't we? Just a few things. We've been talking about the ecosystem. We've been talking about the This Is Next promo, about the beta program, about the card. And today, I want to give you a little bit of an update on that and tell you how it's developing and give you guys the next few steps in the ecosystem strategy. How's that sound? All right, so let me find my clicker. Let's get going. So, the flye card. When we introduced this concept to you guys a few months back in early spring, we just started dripping bits and pieces of information. Then at the last event, we really blew it wide open by showing you the brand and even creating a promotion around this called This Is Next. And we told you that we'd be giving you updates on this program, announcing the beta winners, and sharing with them how they were going to help us define what the future of this product and how it was going to relate back to your dream trips experiences, helping to create the world's greatest vacation experience, but let's say tenfold relative to what it is today. And today we do take that next step. In fact, many of our beta winners, hundreds of them that qualified, are here this weekend. And this weekend, they're going to receive their cards. So if this is your first WorldVentures event, let me hear you. Awesome. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing with the card, flye. So flye is bleeding edge technology. It's something that at the moment really doesn't exist. There is no equal to this anywhere in the world. There are other companies who've tried to create, quote, smart cards. But this is more than just a programmable credit card. It's actually a membership and leisure experience enhancing device. It is ultra secure. It does sync to the app. It does have Bluetooth and NFC for communication back and forth between the app and point of sale machines. You can tap to pay, swipe to pay, plug to pay. Ultra convenient, ultra secure, waterproof, biometrically secured as well. Very, very high tech. So, how does that benefit membership? Well, the idea here is really not about the technology in and of itself being the play. This is not about selling a card that we think is going to change the world necessarily. See, the card really is an answer to a business problem. How do we enhance membership beyond what it is today? How do we automate the experience? Buy back a few minutes of your experience at the hotel. I just described one way. How do we make a form of payment that allows you to select the preferred method and pay and monitor the points associated with that go back to your membership? How do we allow you to maximize that at every point of sale within our chosen network and ultimately even to a broader network of providers? Not just dining and entertainment, not just dream trips, but who knows where this could be used? We've been thinking about how that ultimately is parlayed into something that is unequaled in the world of leisure, in the world of travel, in the world of experiences. It's a tool. The card is not the thing. It's the experiences that we deliver, the quality, the value, the culture, all of it. The card is an answer to that challenge. Make sense? But it's pretty sexy. You gotta admit. I mean, it's pretty fly. It's a cool name too, right, Wayne? So we had over 1,000 participants qualify and be invited to the beta program. I told you hundreds of them are here today, right? That are going to get their cards this weekend. So I thought it'd be good to bring up one of the technology masterminds, the architect, in fact, of all of this, technologically speaking, our CTO and a good friend, Mr. Mike Remedios. Welcome, Mike. Watch your step, it's really slick over here. So,
good morning, everyone.
Can you guys hear him okay? Try it again.
Good morning, everyone.
We have a problem with Mike's mic.
Hey, guys.
There you go.
Here we go.
Technology challenges for our technologist.
And anyway, what you came for is this.
Let me see it. I want to hold it. Hold on. I want to hold it. Wow. So, hold on. Is that laser etched on the back, the barcode?
Yes, it is.
Look at that. It had your picture on it. Can you show me that?
OK, so camera right in front here. So it starts off with my picture. I swipe it twice there. You see it blink green. Credit cards show up. You swipe them back and forward to the one you want, and you activate and go.
That's pretty simple.
How do you train that? It locks back up.
I love it. So, Mike, you know, I was just explaining, as you heard to the audience, that the card is really just one part of the puzzle. It's one of the entry points into our ecosystem. We envision that our customers, who are membership customers today, who will get access to the card first, as we promised, will be but one of the types of customers that we attract. We know that there will be customers who are interested in this because of the technology, the convenience, the security aspects of the device itself. And as it is an entry point, or one of the spokes off of the hub of the ecosystem, it should lead to a number of different connection points within our product spectrum and our culture as well. And these are just some of the things that we see within the ecosystem today, whether it's Dream Trips as a product, the card, of course, the content, all of the pictures, the videos that you'll ultimately upload to our app and in our community, the community itself. The ability to refer and earn points and use those points anywhere within the ecosystem is part of the vision. The Messenger app and how Mike and the team right now are envisioning a way that you could use the Messenger in ways you have never considered messaging to be used, to automate so much of the experience for us. Sharing, activities, dining and entertainment, as we mentioned. You know, but really, the ecosystem with respect to the card starts with somebody buying the card. This is how it might evolve. They would join the social network because it is essential that you do so. Mike's going to show you in a moment how this works. You must activate your card through the app. And so what does the app have in it? It has Dream Trips. It has pictures. It has your smiling faces. It has the blue sign. It has pricing for Dream Trips members right now. But at this point, they will not be Dream Trips members, will they? So they'll be able to earn points by sharing this. We're going to give them some points for being a member themselves, a card holder and a free member, and entice them to want to be a part of the membership itself, to want to buy. And when they do, we map that back to you guys as representatives, and that helps you earn income. So it's an entry point and an enhancement to the membership. Now, what's that mean to you? Well, it means that this vision that Wayne had for an open future where you're not just using the membership to enjoy greater value on the road or abroad in exotic destinations, but you're enhancing your daily life, your leisure activities, and the value of membership at home. Using the locations that are recommended by you, getting deals and perks and VIP-like treatment that the app and the card will help to enhance. having a membership experience in your own backyard and being able to tell the world about it, so when they visit your backyard, they can have the same thing, but only as members. So when they're introduced to this experience, how many of them do you think are going to want to say yes? When they see the Dream Trips, and they see the Dream Trips pricing, but they see that theirs is a retail price, and they're like, oh, wait a second, you mean I could save $200 more on this trip if I just buy right now, and I've got 100 points on my card. This is a no-brainer. Why wouldn't I become a member right now? And when they become a member, we trace that relationship back to you, and you get paid. So, as we said, though, This Is Next was all to create the beta program. But there are probably a lot of you who are wondering, what the heck is a beta? I mean, you've heard the name before. We've used it before in our environment, but you hear it all the time in the world of technology as well. So Mike, help us understand, what is a beta and how does it relate to what we're doing?
Sure. So this is actually a really important thing, and you'll hear about it when you come to the booth. We're asking a group of you to actually help us get through the last phase of making the product ready for everybody else. So it's really development still. So you're really part of our team to finish the product, to get it out in a more perfect state. And by definition, that means it's not in a perfect state right now. You can see companies like Apple or Microsoft or Google, they have these beta programs. And it's almost like a secret program. You come in, you give them feedback, and they make the product better and better. We don't know how long that program's going to last, but we know that with your help, it's only going to be better faster. That program starts on Sunday, and we will be supporting you through that program to give us feedback on either features, bugs, and just making it rock solid. So there are a couple of things I just wanted to show you. For example, you saw the card just now. You saw being able to get in. Here's a little thing that goes with it. This is the charger. It's our own device as well, and it's kind of cool because other than playing hockey with it,
it looks like a really big, tasty cookie.
You plug the card in there, and you can see there's a little red light that's gone on. That tells me that the card is now charging. And look, no wires. Why? Here's the little secret trick. I'll pull the cover off for it. You see, there's a battery in here. So you don't need to be tied to the wall. This will charge the card up 20 times. So you're never tethered.
And so, Mike, if it charges the card 20 times, how long do we expect the card to hold a charge when we ship?
Well, we've seen as much as 21 days, but we're tuning it back and forth based on lots of the features. We're asking you for the beta to keep it charged every other day, just to be safe. And it will change, and by the time we get it to the public, we'll have an official date, an official number of hours or number of weeks it will work.
But ideally, it would keep the charge for a few weeks at least.
We've had it up to 21 days, so
That's
3
fantastic.
weeks. And then if the charger's got 20 charges, so you do the math.
Almost a year without recharging the charger.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And then if you look in the app itself, actually, let me show you one more thing, as they say. What's inside the card? So this is the thing that people like to see. Can you get the camera in on it? Do not take pictures of this, or we will have to kill you.
You know what? Before we even take another step, let's talk about this as it relates to the beta and the technology. You know, in the world of technology, it is an entirely different environment than it is in the world of network marketing and direct sales. Technology is borrowed all over the world by other technology companies. The Samsung, Apple fight is one that's rather well known, I think. So my request of all of you guys, and we'll be very specific about this a little bit later in the presentation, is no pictures, no video, and absolutely no sharing on social media. Deal? Let's protect your future and our disruption.
There are about a dozen patents in here, so you probably can't see it all, but in here there's a battery, there's the screen that you see. Here are touchpads, EMV. That's a really high-tech piece of technology. That's one of the antennas. There's Bluetooth, there's NFC, there's 3 computers in here. And it has the ability to see you moving, just like your Fitbit does. So we're going to do all sorts of really cool things with that in the future. But to start with, we're only including 3 things. And I'll show you a quick flip of that.
I think I actually have some screens here, too.
OK, I'll let you go through the screens. But if you look in the app, for those who are in the beta program, you'll have one extra line.
At the very top.
Which says, Flye Smart Card Beta. And if you go in there, I'll let Eddie put the slides up. Are you ready to soar? And this is where you set your card up for yourself. It's called provisioning. And that ties it to your account. This card, it's super secure. And you can change your, you can change your picture, change the name on it, but it's where you really set the card up. The second thing is, we allow you to update the card over the air, just like your phone. And that way, we can keep sending out to you updates either on functionality, bug fixes, performance improvements, battery duration, all those things. We can send those out to you. And if it really, really does get stuck, we can do a factory reset so you don't have to send the card back to us.
That's awesome. So, Mike, we're going to walk through some of these screens for you really quickly, and maybe you can kind of share with people what they should expect. So this is part of the beta software that's going to all of our testers. I know you guys want to know why I'm telling you about this, because it's just like cruel torture because you can't have it, but
who's that good-looking guy on that card?
No, we're going to share with you actually how you can get your hands on some of this earlier than the rest of the world in a minute, too, if that sounds good to you. So here's how you set up the smart card, what you see to begin with. So what are we looking at here, Mike?
So for those who've looked at your phone, you've seen something that looks similar to this. You can see that you've got the smart card on the top, and then you've got a couple of status things underneath it, like the link, whether it's locked, how much battery life is left. At the top, you see that thing that looks like settings. That's where you go in to update your card, upgrade it. Below it, you see there are two cards. So even though we haven't given you the capability to add cards right now, we've put two default cards in here, so you can show it to people. You can demonstrate this to people even before we give you the functionality to swipe cards in through this. If you clicked on the plus, you get this dialog box that says, coming soon.
So I wanted to talk about this for a little bit. Why am I showing you this screen? Because again, what I told you a moment ago about the importance of secrecy couldn't be overstated. We actually shipped the beta cards and the beta software loaded onto the latest version when they update their card and their app to not allow the card to be loaded yet. Why? Because we've got more than 1,000 cards that are going to be distributed, and we want to protect your future and our technology. We want to make sure that when this does get into the hands of everybody who is participating in the beta program, that it can't accidentally get lost and fall into the hands of somebody who might want to do something else with the card. Make sense? So rather than take 1,000 functional cards with the software already loaded that might be lost at a table or at a bar in Las Vegas, we felt like it's best that we send you home with the card, and then in about 10 days to 2 weeks, we're going to update the software so that they can load in one fell swoop, in a coordinated fashion, unified across the entire beta audience. Does that make sense? And all of this as a means to a security mindset end. So what's this?
So this is the screen I was talking about. If you go in there, you can either upgrade the software. So you can see there's a software upgrade that says #1 there. And then you go in here and you click and you download, and it will upgrade it to the new version. You keep going. And it tells you, yep, it's done. We're actually beyond 35, which is the version that we did yesterday.
So you guys are updating the software daily?
All the time, yeah.
That's fantastic. So what will we be testing during the beta program? What should our beta audience expect?
So to start off with, when you first get this, there's the three things. One, you can provision. So we really want to hear all the things about the usability. How well does it work? Are there any ways that it gets stuck? We have a new customer service level 2 team that's going to be taking that information and getting it back to our developers. So that's a really important thing, because that's the first experience that you will give to people when they get the cards. Second thing is the ability to upgrade. So this is version 35 that was just yesterday. We're on version 37 already. Yeah, it does change quickly.
Okay, so
and then the third thing is the factory reset. Because the factory reset is important, because if you get lost or you get stuck, the worst case is, get me back to where I started, and I can go from there.
So you can't mess it up, so to speak.
Or you can mess it up, but we'll get you back.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so that's what the factory reset button looks like. Let's talk a little bit about the beacon technology and about where we should see that being tested as well.
Sure. So you've seen this, I think, in one of the previous, I think it was boot camp, where we showed that up to about 100 feet away, the card will let wherever we want see that we're coming, and that you can create this VIP experience. I guess we're in Vegas, so we call it high roller. But you can see for the restaurant here, they can set the distance that they want to be able to see you coming from.
That is really cool. So they can actually choose the distance that they would see you, from which they would see you. So
right.
They could slide that all the way up to, what, 100 feet?
Yep.
Amazing.
And so you can see the greeter station on the left, the members on the right, and they can say, how far away do we want to see? And in fact, they can see people outside in the parking lot before they ever come in the restaurant.
So what you're looking at is the app that the restaurants and the entertainment providers are going to see. And it's being deployed simultaneously to at least one market, I think, right?
Yeah.
Testers in Dallas, I think, are going to be testing this at some restaurants.
We'll have it in 10 restaurants. We actually have one working here, so maybe if you come to the booth, we might be able to show you.
So remember a moment ago when I told you that we were already approaching 1,000 providers in the network, and we were adding dozens every single week? Imagine going to just about any of our major markets, or even secondary or tertiary markets, and finding that you were recognized the moment you walked in. Oh, hello, Mr. Remedios. Welcome. Would you like your window seat? And would you like me to get your favorite cocktail for you, sir? Yep. I don't see your wife with you. Is she going to be joining you in a little bit? How cool would that be? Enhancing membership experience. That's what it's about. So, and then, of course, earning a few points along the way. So right now, and David, please scream at me if I get this wrong, within that network, virtually all of the participants are offering you a way to earn your vacations sooner by giving you part of your purchase back in the form of Dream Trips points. Now, if you've not heard of this before, it's very simple. You go in, you show that you're a Dream Trips member, and in this environment, if they're participating in this program, they will recognize you as one before you tell them you are one. And then at the point of sale, you'll go through a very brief process, and then you'll be rewarded points, up to 50% of your bill given back to you in the form of points that can be used on a Dream Trip next month. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I could also add that earlier this week, we were at another conference here.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Tell me about the way that the rest of the world is seeing this that we're sharing this with.
So we're at another conference, and you can guess which one it was. It was just down the road here in Vegas, and we showed this to the biggest companies in the credit card financial industry, and they were awestruck. They was like, wow, what is that? So you're going to have a little bit of James Bond in your pocket. And the only thing that's going to limit our ability to make this thing really amazing for every traveler, not just the people sitting here, but everybody you can get to around the world, is your imagination. So as we invite you in this beta program, it's not just find bugs, it's not to be geeks, it's for you to be co-inventors of what this future can be. So please give us that feedback, and we will embrace it.
That's right. I will say, too, that you're all essentially participating in this program. Although you are not all part of beta as a tester, you are beta as a supporter. Here's how you can help. Because we have over 1,000 people who will be participating in this program in the next few weeks, once all of the cards and chargers are distributed, that's a lot of visibility. And any program like this that involves technology and secrecy, it's imperative that we honor that pact that we have made with those testers and that you support it. We're asking them not to take pictures of the card and post them on social media. If they want to take pictures for themselves, that's fine. Don't show the card on social media. Don't. We're trying to keep this double secret hush-hush. In fact, there's a rule just like Fight Club. First rule of Beta Club is, you don't talk about Beta Club. So we're asking you to help us help them. Don't tempt them. Don't go up and go,
Dude, I want to see your card, man. Come on. All right. Hey, can I go use it? I'm gonna take a picture here. Hold it. I'm gonna put that.
don't. Because we're threatening them within an inch of their life, and we're going to terminate their beta program participation if they do post anything on social media. And of course, you know, all your friends and family, if you post a picture and we've asked you not to post, we know who did it, so please don't do it. Deal? All of this is designed to help us protect this future that we're designing and co-creating with you for you. All right, so some of the questions we've been getting from leaders already have been centered around obvious needs and concerns. Security, can you briefly tell us about the security of this technology?
We got asked this a ton of times last week.
I'll bet.
So our design criteria, simply put, is we want this to be at least as secure as your wallet and your current credit cards. We talked to a bunch of credit card companies this week, and they couldn't poke a hole in the security.
Fantastic. So,
I'll give you 3 examples of why it's more secure. So if I take a credit card out of my wallet, and I leave it with, you know, the bar that I was at last night,
sure.
they can use it for anything. But this card can be locked. In other words, if it's locked, they can have the card, but they can't do anything with it. When I actually activate it and I give it to the wait staff or to the bartender, I unlock it. For 10 minutes, it's usable. But after 10 minutes, it locks itself back up. No credit card does that.
And Mike, even if it's picked up, it can't be swiped, right? Doesn't matter what kind of machine it is. They couldn't plug it, tap it, or swipe it after that 10-minute period.
So you remember that picture I showed you just now? It looks like there's a mag stripe on the back here. But there's no mag stripe. This mag stripe, anyone can skim it. You've heard of skimming. But there's no mag stripe here. There's an antenna. So this is a super high-tech piece of technology.
It emulates a mag stripe then.
That antenna does not activate until 1, you unlock it, 2, you pick the credit card that you actually wanted to emulate, and 3, you say, all right, I'm now locking it on that credit card, so the waitstaff can't change it to another credit card, and even then it can't be skimmed. It then requires you to actually put it in, and when it detects the head that it's sliding through, only then does it actually send out anything that could be captured. And so it's literally about a second's time that it could be captured, not like any other credit card.
This is revolutionary, Mike. So I think, is it safe to say that there is not another form of personal payment in a card-like format or telephone, mobile device, wearable that is as secure as this?
So there have been a number of cards that are out there, but nothing has all the things that we have in here. So they may have a little bit here, they may have a little bit there. You may have heard of some cards that are supposed to be going live, but for 2 years, they haven't. So
yes, and we actually have a beta in full swing now. So
anyone who says to you, well, what about this? You can pull your card out and say, well, mine works. Show me yours.
So another question that has come up has been one of timing. When will we be shipping these cards, production-ready cards, to the rest of the world? You want to know that, right? So we're in the next critical phase of the deployment right now. That's the beta program. And before we go to production, we have to go through this. And as Mike was telling you, essentially beta is analogous to test. So we have a window that we're looking at to test the cards, but the truth of it is, we will not ship any of these cards production ready until we are absolutely certain that it is ready for prime time. We're not going to blow this. It's our first foray into the world of technology. We want to make sure that this product is rock solid, second to none, ultra secure, very convenient, works as designed. At least 97 out of 100 times you try to transact it, it should not fail. And then we're hoping that the only time there are any problems with it is because of something on their end, not on our end. In other words, we want it to be impeccable. We will not release it until we feel that confident about it, which means despite the fact that we do have a window that we're looking at to test, if it turns out we learn more about it during that window.
No dates.
What's that?
No dates.
No dates. We're not going to look at any particular date for shipping. We're going to go through the tests, we're going to adjust, and then when we're ready for prime time, then and only then will it ship.
the more that you give us feedback, the sooner that date will happen.
That's right. So each of the teams that are working on this right now have a very important job. The technology team is focused on making sure that this thing is rock solid. He just told you that they've made 2 releases since he gave me those pictures that he took on his phone yesterday. So they're around the clock working around the world to make sure that this thing is rock solid. David and his team are working to make sure that the product is growing in its offerings every single day. I told you we had nearly 1,000 restaurants in network right now. They're building entertainment provider networks as well, parallel to that, and more so in the future, and the restaurant provider network will grow as well. On the other side of product, travel. Jim Menge is going to be up this weekend to share with you how he is evolving product to be, again, not only second to none, but even a step beyond where we envision it today. The people in marketing right now are working in tandem with sales to develop a whole strategy around how the tools that we use right now to expose people to these products, our experiences and our culture, and the opportunity to earn or transform your life, those tools are going to be second to none and all map back to all of these experiences. And in the coming events, even at this next event, you're going to see what is, frankly, the next major step in the evolution of the face of WorldVentures. Major effort behind the scenes right now is taking place on all fronts. We've invested more in technology, more in marketing, more in travel, more in the infrastructure, more in your futures than in any year prior. All of this designed to make sure that our product is not only like it is today, second to none in its space, but that despite any potential future from an economy perspective, from a competitive perspective, what we have today looks better than theirs. Today, our product is good when the times are good, but when times are bad, our product is great. They need our product to protect their lifestyle, to supplement their income, to replace an income potentially, to make the most of their leisure time, their free time, and to have these great experiences that we've grown accustomed to. So, what about you? I think they want to know how they can get their hands on theirs sooner than everybody else. So we know that you're excited about this. We know that you want to use this not only as something that enhances your membership experience, but you'd love to be able to share this with your friends and family too. So we're going to tell you how you can get yours before anyone else gets theirs. Between now and the end of the year, you can fly first. Here's how you do it. Simply enroll 1 Dream Trips Gold or 1 Dream Trips Platinum or 2 Dream Trips Standard memberships, and you qualify to be first in line to purchase your fly card in the very first shipments. Before it's available even to the general membership audience, you'll be in line to get yours. Sell 1. Can you do that? So let me ask you this. If I'm going to sell 1 membership, gold or platinum, to qualify to secure my place as first in line, what does that mean to the guy who signs up on December 30th? He still has 24 hours to sign up at least 1 person. Anybody could do this, couldn't they? Between now and the end of the year, through the holiday season here in North America, where this promotion is taking place, you can participate and qualify for your place in line. It's 2 periods. It's between now and the end of November. They will have first dibs on the first shipments. And then December 1st through December 30th at 11:59 p.m., all you have to do is make 1 sale of gold or platinum or 2 sales of standard, and you absolutely can guarantee your place in line. So the terms and conditions, all of the program details are available for you right now in your back office on the hot sheet. We're going to have them on social media as well. It has already started. It's on right now. In fact, it started at midnight. So if you made a sale today, guess what? You're already first in line. Congratulations. You make a sale at the blackjack table, congratulations, you're in line. You make a sale on the airplane, congratulations, you're in line. Mike, thank you. You're helping us to disrupt several industries right now, and we are on the verge of the most exciting era in WorldVentures history. Thank you, guys. God bless you.